It's time to go to work. Welcome to the world's most dangerous podcast, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray.
You know you drive me crazy, baby.
Hey guys and girls, it's your boy Stevie Ray, and I'm back again with another one on the world's most dangerous podcast, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. I am your boy Stevie Ray, and how's everything going out there? Now, last week, Mr. Producer was on he was on a hiatus. I sent him on a mission. What? Yeah, I sent him on a mission. But ladies and gentlemen, I think he went out and did his due diligence. And I think he may almost be back. He may almost be back. We shall see. But Bunny, what's going on out there? Matthew, what's going on out there? Glad you guys can come into the show. And if you want to call into the show and talk to your boy, the phone number is 832-243-4428. 832-243-4428. Now, usually I have people listening from Facebook, but they're always saying stuff like, we can't hear the show because the show is on my phone and it's taping me. It's not going through Facebook like we used to do. We don't do that anymore. Mr. Producer said no more. That's what he told me. He said, we're not doing nothing like through Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff anymore. But he said you can tape, but it's not going through those annals anymore. So with all due respect, I might have, what I'm trying to do is just push everybody to the YouTube station. That's what we're trying to do. And by doing that, we're not going to be going through Facebook anymore. You know, we might put out some clips on Facebook, but we're not going to be going through that anymore. So with all due respect, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we're going to do it this way for a while just to see how things work, if you guys don't mind. So with all due respect, hey, just bear with me on that for a while, see what happens. But hold on a second here, guys. Hold on a second here. Yeah, but that's what we're going to do. But anyway, I was just looking at some of the comments and looking at my new I may, you know, sometimes I can't see the sometimes I can't see the comments. So I'm trying to make them bigger. So I'm making them a little bigger. So with all that being said, yeah. So that's what I was doing. Because sometimes we have the comments so small, I can't read them. So what I did was made them bigger, a little bit more readable. You know. But anyway, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, Mr. Producer is going to be here in a minute, but he had some things that he reminded me of. One were the few people being released from the WWE. Don't know if you guys have heard. Don't know if you guys have heard about that. Another was this new Michael Jackson movie. How many people have seen this movie? Yeah. How many people have seen this movie? And if you have, let me know. Because I haven't seen it. But I'm looking at so many people like making YouTube and on YouTube and other outlets talk about this movie, man. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with a Michael Jackson movie. They made a movie years ago about the Jackson family. I didn't hear anybody say anything about that movie. They've made a plethora of movies about Elvis Presley. They made a zillion movies about Elvis. Now, each movie was different, but hey, I'm a big Elvis Presley fan, so I watched them all. You know, it is what it is. Now, FanSport just said, I went to see it, but they ran out of tickets and told me to beat it. Now, I don't know. I don't know if he telling the truth about that. Ain't nobody ran out of no damn. How they gonna run out of tickets? I don't believe you.
What did he say?
Talking about somebody ran out of tickets. Yeah. I don't think nobody wants to see the movie that bad, FanSport. But hey, if you say so, dog. But I need to see this movie, man. I'm a huge Michael Jackson and Jackson's fan, man. As a matter of fact, I was just doing a radio show Sunday afternoon, okay? And on this radio show, they like to ask you about songs. What songs get you going, okay? And you know, one of the songs that I told them, they see, because see, I'm a DJ. I'm a former DJ. You guys don't know. I'm a former DJ on the radio and in clubs. Yeah. And not only that, I know my music. What's up, Jesse? I know my music. So I gave him a song by the Jacksons. And the song was called, what's the song called? Music's Taking Over. Anybody know that song? Music's Taking Over. If you don't, go back and check it out. Now, FanSport said he's former break dancer with the Space City Rockers. I actually believe that. You know, yeah, okay. I can dig it, dog. I was a ballroom dancing champion. I was just reminiscing about my life a few days ago, talking with a friend of mine. And I was saying, man, I done did a lot of things in my life, man. And that's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. When you can look back on your life and certain things that you don't even think about anymore. And you reminisce about them and go, wow, man, I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun, man. Great times. Not always great times, but the great stuff and the good stuff always outweighs the bad stuff, man. Always. Relish it. But somebody that I was talking to made me think about that. Yeah. Make me think about that. Make me think about the good times, man. Because a lot of times you don't think about them, man. In this day and age that we live in now, sometimes you don't think about them. But if you get in that position, do so. Yeah, do so. Now, who was that? Sonic said Michael grew up competing against James Brown, and the like that then got grown and took James Brown whole style. Yeah, James Brown was a big influence for Michael Jackson. He was a huge influence. Matter of fact, James Brown was a big influence on everybody, bro, back in those days, bro. Everybody wanted to emulate James Brown, bro. That just brings me up to something, man. Me meeting James Brown.
What did he say?
You know, me meeting James Brown was one of the highlights of my life. I still got pictures with him. And James Brown, he was doing something with us on the wrestling show. I can't remember what it was. And in the back, I walk up to him and say, "Hey, Mr. Brown," because we had did the town that James Brown grew up in a few times. And, you know, I can't remember somewhere in Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. I think it's Augusta, Georgia. We used to do that town a lot. And I walk up to James Brown. I says, "Pleasure to meet you, sir. Been a big fan since I was a kid. Blah, blah, blah." Matthew said, "Dance with," yeah, that's right, "Dancing with the Cat." And he was like, "Hey, man, I'm a big fan of you and your brother, man. You guys," he said, "I'm a big wrestling fan. I always have been. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I'm so proud of you." Man, those words stuck, man, that James Brown knew who I was, man. Unbelievable. But I don't know why, because I met so many different people. We're talking about Michael Jackson right now. I think I told this story before when Joe Jackson called my brother in our room early in the morning. We was doing a show in Vegas. We was doing a Halloween Havoc. Fan Sport says, "How was WrestleCon?" I'll get to that in a minute, Fan Sport, but it was great. But Joe Jackson called our room, and I answered the phone. Pitch dark, because we got all the windows covered up and stuff like that because we're tired. We just flew in, I think, the night before. And asked, could he get tickets to the pay-per-view, Halloween Havoc. And I'm like, "Yeah, brother, this is Joe Jackson. How you doing? We're big fans. We want to know, could we get tickets to the pay-per-view tomorrow night?" I'm like, this a rip? Because you got to realize when we check in the hotels, we don't check in the hotels under our real names. We check in under anonymous names and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out, nobody would know what room we're in. Nobody, not even the boys. I'm like, how does sucker get our, if it's really Joe Jackson? So I say, yeah, how many tickets do you need? I think one for me, one for Catherine, and two, I think it was two other people, maybe three, I can't remember. 4 to 5 tickets. So, okay. And I was like, okay, I think I can hook that up. Okay, man. Well, thank you very much. He hangs up, whoever this guy is. Might have been a fake. I don't know, man. It's early in the morning. So I called our security, which was Doug Dillinger at the time, and told him, hey, man, Joe Jackson needs some tickets, you know. But when I got off the phone, before I get to that, My brother was like, "Who is that, man?" My brother was like, "Who is that, man? Calling this early in the morning." I said, "Man, he said it was Joe Jackson." And my brother was like, "You talking about that punk from Jump and Jive?" I said, "No, man, the Jackson's father." Well, back in the day, I can't remember. Back in the day, maybe the early '80s, early '80s, it was a artist by the name of Joe Jackson, and he had an album out called Jump and Jive. And me and my brother used to love that album. You know what I'm saying? We used to love that album. And then my brother sat up in the bed and was like, "The Jacksons?" I said, "That's what he said." And I called Doug, and Doug said, "Okay, we'll leave some tickets if they come. If it's not true, then it is what it is." Sure enough, me and my brother getting ready for the wrestling show. I actually had forgotten about this, and then Doug Dillinger comes up to, "Hey man, you guys guests are here. We've already seated them." So that's when I knew it was the real Joe Jackson. Then after the show, we had wrestled Hall and Nash that night for the titles. And after the show, we go in the back and security brings Joe Jackson, Catherine Jackson with their entourage, because they had security guys with them. And they came over and started talking, and Catherine, Scott Hall had hit me on the back of the head with the Colonel's cane, put me out 1, 2, 3. So Catherine was like, "Are you okay?" Because I'm out. "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." So on and so forth. And we talked for a while, man, and their entourage had made us some hats because they were big fans. And do you know, to this day, I still got the hat, and I've never worn it. I've never worn that hat. And I still got it with all my other baseball caps, because I keep all my baseball caps together. And I still got that cap, man, that they custom made for, that they custom made for me and my brother with our names on them. You wanted to show it to you? Well, I can't show it to you now because it's downstairs. But I think I've shown it once, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Daniel, do not give attention to this asshole, please. Don't give attention to him. He's just like most of those. I ain't gonna get into it, but you know what I'm saying. Don't even give him credence. Let him talk to himself. But anyway, that's a true story. That's a true story. And man, I'm gonna have to bring it another day, because we don't want to. I don't want to walk away from the show while I'm doing my thing, So it is what it is. But anybody, do not give credence to this asshole. Y'all know who he is. Don't give credence to him. He wants attention, bro. But Mr. Don't even acknowledge him. Don't even acknowledge him. Don't put on no boo sounds or nothing like that. Don't even acknowledge this asshole. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows what this show is about. And it ain't gonna never be about some dickhead like that. Let's make that clear. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, Any famous hunters you met that left you in AWE? Hey, Leon, there's certain things I can't talk about, man. Don't you know that? Certain things I can't talk about, okay? You know, let me try something right here. I'm going to try something right here. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see exactly. Hold on a second. I'm going to do something here. Okay. I'm messing with my comments, man, to make them better for us. Okay, that's good. Maybe you can show it to her and watch the maybe you can show us the hat after you watch the Michael Jackson movie. Man, I'm gonna watch the Michael Jackson movie and I'm gonna come back and get some feedback because I want to know. I've seen Janet Jackson, and she was talking about how, man, she was talking about Jermaine. I guess Jermaine had a lot to do with the movie. And I guess everything with her, legally, they couldn't put in the movie as it pertained to Janet in some way, shape, or form, legally. So I don't know what's going on, man. But she was saying there's a lot of misinformation and things like that. But is the movie a true, or is it some kind of docudrama? Because like I've said, I've seen a zillion Elvis Presley movies and they all got different things to say. How true are the movies? I don't know. But just the fact of a movie about Michael Jackson, period. Yeah, I know, Nico, she's against it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm like, why? You know, y'all remember the miniseries with the Temptations? Everybody remember that? Now, it was a lot of things in that movie that didn't happen exactly the way it happened in the movie. But a lot of things in movies are interpretations. They can't do things word for word, scene for scene, whatever happened years ago. That movie will take 10 years to finish. So all movies are not true. All movies, you take certain things from people's lives and then just make a movie. So it may be based on a few things that are true, but in essence, at the end of the day, it's not a movie can't be 100% true. Sometimes they have to create characters. Sometimes they have to create certain things to make the movie work the way it's written. Because let's say you're getting somebody written a book. Let's say you've written a book about yourself, and then somebody wants to make a movie about that. Well, I only got an hour and a half, 2 hours to do a movie. That book I can read forever. So now I got to do a screenplay. A screenplay is what you do when you're trying to do a movie. And you got to take all these different things in this movie and break it down to a couple hours. So how can you go through somebody's whole life, a whole career that lasted 40 something years, and then make that a true story? You can't. It's too many people in your life. You might have 1,000 people in your life. They all can't be in the movie. That might have been intricate parts of your life. So I can understand that, but I just want to see the movies because being an artistic person, I want to see how the movie was put together, because we all know certain little things about Mike, but it's a lot of things we don't know about Mike. And I want to know if they put him in the movie or not. That's all. But that's how I look at it. But at the end of the day, man, I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson. I'm a big fan of the Jacksons. And especially when their family was fans of mine. And that's a true story I told you. It's a true story I told you about James Brown. It's a true story that I told you about Frankie Valli, from Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. It's a true story that I told you about Muhammad Ali. All these things happened. They all happened. So I must have been doing something right. When legends want to meet you, legends, and it's like, you a fan of mine? Wow. You look back on it and go, wow, it's kind of hard to fathom. You know, the Reggie Whites of the world, the Karl Malones of the world. I don't know how many different people I've met. I'd have lost count. And if I didn't have pictures with all these people, nobody would believe it. You know? You know something, Marco? You're right, man. And that is, Marco, that's why I always tell people, you never know who's watching. Sonic said, yeah, you were chilling in Japan. Yeah, Kevin Green was a cool son of a gun, Matthew. One of the coolest dudes you ever want to meet, man. I mean, super cool son of a bitch. And I told him one day, hey, man, I love how you stood up for the free agents when it come to you guys getting your money, because I still remember that. And he was like, hey, man, I appreciate that, bro. And he had this watch on, Matthew. It was a Rolex Daytona. A Rolex Daytona is the watch that they give all the race drivers that win the 24 hours of Daytona. That's why they call it a Rolex Daytona. It's a chronograph for a stop. It's a stopwatch chronograph. And he was like, yeah, man, they gave us this when I think he said he was in the Pro Bowl or made All Pro or something like that. And I was looking at that watch and I was like, man, one day I'm going to get me one of those. One day, because I love that watch. And Matthew, 30 years ago, I bought that watch. Maybe 29 years ago, but at least 30, 29 to 28 years ago. I can't remember now. Yeah, it was like 96, 97, right in there, 98, maybe. Something like that. I got that watch, a Rolex Daytona. I still got it to this day. I bought it from I.W. Marks. That sells jewelry. I.W. Marks used to be the biggest sponsor on Houston wrestling when I was coming up as a kid. And they sold jewelry. And they sponsored pro wrestling for Paul Bosch back in the day. And that's why I went and bought this watch. I.W. Marks. Still remember it like it was yesterday. A Rolex Daytona. My all-time favorite watch. So those are some of the things, like I said, that people can reminisce about that I've really forgotten about, how you've been put in a position and you never know who's watching, man. You never know who's watching. But if those people that I mentioned, amongst others, and they're fans, man, and it's like, wow. Wow. But that's the entertainment business, though, brother. That's the entertainment business. And at the end of the day, you just got to be grateful, man. But hey, guys, I know Mr. Producer is out there somewhere,
I'm here,
and
Stevie.
I want to bring him on to see what he's talking about or what's on his mind. Mr.
Stevie, I
Producer,
have
are
a
you out
question.
there?
I'm here, but I have a question.
What's that?
Where the hell did you send me? I'm over here, man. I don't know where I'm at, man. I'm in this covert mission, and I gotta tell you, man,
Hey,
I'm fearing for my life. I can't even work my camera right now.
well, hey, man, you know what? When you are part of the world's most dangerous podcast, you might end up anywhere, man. You might end up anywhere. I told you
Yeah,
before you
but
signed up.
yeah, but I didn't think you would mean the dangerous part. Literally, I'm literally scared for my life, man.
Hey, brother, you got a little bit more to do. You know, sometimes you have to go through the gambit, man. But I think you're gonna come out all right. I think you're gonna come out all right. You know,
I hope
just
so,
hang, just
man.
just hang in
If
there.
you, man,
Just
these
hang
people
in there.
don't even know my true identity, man. I can't even follow a missing report.
But at the end of the day, look at the bright side. The bright side is how many people actually gets to go through the gambit, man, and come out on the other side. You got to look at the big picture now.
That's very true.
You got to look at the big picture. Matthew said this is a part of Stevie Ray's School of Professional Wrestling.
Man, shut up, Matthew. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm in fear for my life right now.
Hey, man, you're gonna be okay, man. You're going to be okay, Mr. Producer. You're gonna be okay. You know, Matthew.
Right now, Steve, I feel like Michael Jackson when he was a kid. He was so scared of his father.
Well, let me tell you something about that. Can I speak on that, Mr. Producer?
Oh yeah.
Everybody from that part of life in those days was afraid of their father. You don't think I was afraid of my father?
Oh yeah.
My father walked around with a gun attached to him everywhere he went. My father was a real gangster, but he was not a criminal. But my father was a gangster. So I didn't know no better as a little kid. When my father and his partner ran a bar. They ran a bar. You know what kind of riffraff it was back in those days, man?
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying is, as I got older and started to understand, you know, it was a different time. And your parents were very, very strict. African-American parents from those days were very, very strict. I can remember nobody in my family ever got in trouble. Not big trouble. You might got in trouble enough to get, back in those days, parents really gave you capital punishment. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know, I said corporal punishment, capital punishment. You know what I'm saying?
It was like it was like Fort Knox.
No, it was like Fort Leavenworth. Fort Knox is where the money is. Leavenworth is federal prison. So, but yeah. So when people see that over the years, they've seen these stories and these movies about Joe Jackson, who I just told a story about meeting. All fathers from that era was like that. But when you look at how they put it out there in movies, on TV shows, and different people talking about it, Michael Jackson wasn't special. Whatever he got, the rest of the kids got. Now, the fathers are a little bit more lenient on the girls of a family. But the boys, you don't mess up in some households because that's the way it was in our communities, man.
And
that's just the way it was.
I have a theory, Steve. You said you don't know how Joe Jackson found your room,
Mm-mm.
but you said something a few minutes ago that caught my attention. You don't go by your real name. So is it
No.
possible that someone put under your name that Michael Jackson was staying at your hotel?
I guess anything is possible, but I never got to the bottom of that. I never did a real investigation. You know what I'm saying? I always wondered, like,
all he
because
saw was the name Michael, and he said, "All right, I'm gonna call and see what's up."
no, we were still under aliases and stuff like that. But all that was set up by the company, not us, because the company. Then again, man, it's been so many years now. I don't know how it was that time. I can't remember, but I know. I don't know how he got our room number, man.
Mm.
And this is at the MGM Grand. This is not at the Holiday Inn Deluxe.
Oh,
You
so
dig?
you were in the big leagues.
Oh, brother, you know how I roll. You know how I roll, man.
Oh yeah.
Talking about, man.
There's one thing that we know, and that's Stevie Ray roll with the best.
That's right. Do you know the executive host of the MGM Grand was my boy? See, you didn't know that, man. See, a lot of people don't really know how old Ray Dog get down, man.
And
They don't know.
Hey, you just said that he was your boy, but man, I went to you at Vegas last week, and I was staying at a Motel 6, man. You gonna hook your brother up?
Wait a minute. A Hotel 6, that's not a bad place to stay. It's not the Hotel 6s from 30 years ago, okay?
Man, you were staying at the fancy hotel. I looked at my reservations. I'm at a Motel 6, brother. I'm at a Motel 6. Ain't this a mother?
Hey, I used to stay at Motel 6s before I made it big. Sometimes I keep saying this, Mr. Producer, you got to go through the gambit, man. It's going to make you tougher. I'm telling you. It's for your own good, man. It's for your own good.
I'm letting the people know I'm making it through the gambit, man. But this gambit,
you got to
messed up.
You got to make it, man. You got to make your way all the way back, man. You will be okay. Believe me, you're gonna thank me, man. You're gonna thank me.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna thank me.
I'm gonna thank you by doing the same thing you did to me, man. When I make it big, I'm giving you a special reservation at a Motel 6.
Hey, brother. Who was that I was just talking to about Ralston? It was asking me about Ralston. Well, let me tell you. I flew out. I get off the plane. I'm with a buddy of mine named Matt Chappelle. Anybody ever seen Matt's videos on Facebook? That's the same guy. So we on the same flight together. We land in Vegas. He gets off the plane before me, and I don't see him. I go all the way down because I've been set up. See, I got a limo picking me up. Y'all dig? Y'all don't even get it, bro. Y'all don't even know how I roll, man. I got a limo picking me up. You know, one of the new Cadillacs, one of the new big body, long Cadillacs, picking up your boy with a guy sitting down there by baggage claim with my name on the deal. Mr. Ray, yeah, that's me. So Matt got to ride with your boy, okay? He got to ride with your boy. So
and I got to hitchhike.
Yeah, that's how I roll, man. What you talking about, man? I ain't get no Uber. Radar hooked up, man. I don't have to do nothing but make a phone call, dog. I ain't trying to brag or nothing, but hey, that's just the way I roll, man. Somebody better pick me up, or somebody better make arrangements to pick me up. I'm not here for a reason or here for a season. But you'll figure that out as we go. But anyway, that was on Friday. What did I do Friday? I hung out with some friends of mine on Friday. And then that Saturday, I went to the building and we signed a few autographs, got a lot of content, video content. Whereas me and Mr. Producer is going to be putting a lot of that stuff on YouTube here in the next few weeks, next couple of weeks rather. We got a lot of good footage and stuff like that. Interviewed a lot of people, so be looking for that. But then, met a few people, had a good time talking to a whole bunch of friends that I hadn't seen in a while. But WrestleCon was awesome, man. But everything was so clustered, you know what I'm saying? Because they were in the stadium down the street from where we were during the WrestleMania.
There was
and
definitely
brother,
a lot of people.
I was invited to go. I can't remember who was that asking me about that. It might have been FanSport. It might have been Matthew. Might have been somebody else. I can't remember. But brother, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. After I got through with everything at WrestleCon, I was like, there's no way I'm going to walk to no stadium because old Ray Dog don't walk nowhere. If you can't pull me up right to the front door and let me out, you can count me out.
So you literally said me. That's
kidding me? Got me messed up. So no, until they can bring it, don't sing it, because I ain't coming. I don't care no how. I was out here to do other things, but be that as it may,
the interviews that we got, Steve, let people know this is gonna be a very exclusive interview.
Oh yeah, they just don't know. Yeah, FanSport, I appreciate that. The picture with me and Tony Schiavone, man, it was cool seeing Tony. It was cool seeing so many of the guys. I'm gonna tell you something, FanSport. I didn't get pictures with a whole bunch of people, man, but then a lot of them I did, and you'll be seeing them. Just stay tuned, man. We got a lot of them, man. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really, really cool. But I wish I could have got more. And the person I was looking for, I didn't get a chance to go find him. The person I was looking for. Because the person I was really looking for, I was going out there to give him a piece of my mind. Yes, literally.
Is that Leo Rush?
I saw Leo Rush. He was right across the thing from me. When I was signing, he was right across the aisle away from me. But I didn't get a chance to go over and say anything to him. But so many different. It was so big, man. I mean, the building was so big. It had so many layers. Oh my God. But
oh yes.
But yeah, we had a good time, man. We had a great time. And I ended up getting back to my hotel because I didn't stay on the strip. I stayed a little ways down the road, probably about 15 minutes down the road from the strip. Was looking for a book, or he was going to give him I wasn't looking for my brother. Shit, no. I'm looking for this other dickhead that when I see it's gonna be fucking on like neck bone. This other fucking dickhead that I got a problem with. And then another one of the people that's very, 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 very brave when they're on a keyboard. You know the kind. Very, very brave when they're on the keyboard. But they don't realize.
About Vince Russo?
No, I was looking for Vince too. But by the time I got around to everything, man, everything was gone. Everybody was gone. Because we got caught up. Man, the time went by so quick, man.
Oh,
the time went by because, like I said, I was going to sign for a little and then go get some content. But man, next thing I know, I'm not even advertised. And I got people coming up buying and taking pictures.
Wait,
my buddies.
They didn't advertise the
No,
best
I didn't. I wasn't on the list because I wasn't going out to do any signings.
Mm.
I just made a decision to do that right before I went out, and I called the guy that puts the WrestleCons on, who I've done business with before, and said, "Hey man, I'm coming in to Saturday. Do you have a table you can give me?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, I got you hooked up." So that's how I ended up doing that. So the WrestleCon list comes out almost a month, for you can see everybody. That's how people can know who autograph they run, who they want to take pictures with, and how to get their money together. I wasn't on there. People was like, "What are you doing here, Stevie Ray? Nobody knew you was going to be here." And I'm like, I just kind of floated in like Mary Poppins.
Man, I did see you with an umbrella.
So I made a little money. I was like, okay, I'll make a little money while I'm here, man. That's all. I made a little money, you know what I'm saying? But if I had been advertised, oh my God, man, I probably would, it would have been on like neck bone. But I made a few bucks, made a few bucks, but it was cool. But if anybody hasn't never gone to WrestleCon, from what I hear, WWE next year, WrestleMania is supposed to be in Saudi Arabia. That's what people have been telling me. And if it's in Saudi Arabia next year, they said they're going to have the WrestleCon in New Orleans.
Mm.
So I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've been told. If
that is true, then you and I are gonna go get some beignets, man. Because
most definitely,
New Orleans, it ain't far from Houston.
Yeah, that's right down the road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was telling people.
But I'm just gonna say this. Don't, if that does come true, do not send me to Saudi Arabia, man. I'm already already on this mission and afraid. You send me to Saudi Arabia, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it back.
Oh no. Well, we'll come up with a solution.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Nate? But we'll come up with a solution. Yeah, Matthew, I love New Orleans too. Matter of fact, last time they did a WrestleMania in New Orleans, I was there. And they did the WrestleCon at, I can't remember what hotel that was, but ain't nothing far away from each other in New Orleans, man. So everything was right down the street and an Uber ride away. So we had a lot of fun, man. And can't, in New Orleans, man, you cannot beat the food.
You cannot.
Real cool. What's up? You can't beat the food, baby. Not in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, especially.
Matter of fact, who was I hanging out? Me and Animal from the Road Warriors. He and I was hanging out. And last time I was in New Orleans, he and I was hanging out with a couple other people, his wife, and who else was that with us, man? Don't think about. I remember Animal telling the, who's that? We was out in a restaurant, right? And the guy orders. The guy had eating a big bowl of ice cream or something like that, right? No, we waiting on our food, right? So they bring appetizers and stuff like that. Now we down in the French Quarter, okay? So there's a zillion people walking. You know how the French Quarter is. Zillion people walking everywhere.
Oh yes.
Guy eats a big, what is that? A banana split? It's Dylan. Dylan, he's the guy from the Fantastics, Bobby Fulton, his son. His name's Dylan. Yes. Right. And he was like walking around with me when I was interviewing a whole bunch of people down there. Like we put this thing out on YouTube, man. It's like an hour and a half long. I'm interviewing all kind of people and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get that, and we got to put it on the YouTube channel.
We do
some of the stuff. But anyway, um, Dylan eats a big banana split. Everybody else orders some appetizers. Like me, I ordered some soup or something like that. Yeah, Matthew, animal, rest in
He
peace, my
wants
boy.
that. He wants that potassium, Steve.
I don't know what he wanted. But then when our food comes, he orders a big giant milkshake. And I'm sitting there looking at him, bro. I'm like, you ain't ordered no food yet. I mean, damn. And then Animal looks at him and say, Dylan, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just drinking a milkshake, man. Animal goes, you're going to have a fucking heart attack. I was like, God, I never seen nobody eat this much ice cream and milkshake in my life.
Man,
and no food.
Man, I just gotta say a prayer, because if that man was lactose intolerant, God help us all.
Oh my goodness, man. I was like, I'm seeing him eating the big because the restaurant, they make big stuff. You know what I'm saying? The banana split was huge, and the and the milkshake was this dog. I was like, this is Sugar Rush Lester.
That sounds like a Stevie Ray serving, man.
I don't even eat ice cream and fucking milkshake. I might eat ice cream once every 3, 4, 5 years somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If it just happened to be there, I don't buy it. I don't know around. And the last time I drank a milkshake, I probably was 17.
Man, imagine I go to your fridge right now and there's a big pint of mint chocolate chip right there.
It won't be. I'm telling you right now. My refrigerator, the frozen part got fish in it. It's got ground beef in it. It's got chicken in it, and it's got a lot of frozen vegetables. That's my refrigerator. At the bottom, it's got a lot of eggs. It's got some food that I've cooked already, and I got it in there so it won't spoil and stuff like that. And I got turkey bacon, cheese, margarine for certain things, and I put my wheat bread in there so it don't spoil and stuff like that. That's my whole refrigerator. I buy the same thing all the time. When I go to the grocery store, I start here and I end here and I check out and I come home. I'm never looking for nothing because I get the same stuff all the time. Oh, it's been like that for years. I might get some diced onions, sometimes different things like that. What else? I get the salads that's already in the bag because I don't like cutting up lettuce and stuff. I ain't got nowhere to put it. And stuff like I get the same stuff, but it's that much milk and ice cream and cherry on top and a banana split. Oh my goodness, man. I never seen that before in my life.
Don't forget the hot fudge, man.
I think he had the fudge on it too. It was piled up, brother. It was huge. And he went through that and then got a big milkshake to wash it down.
Damn.
I'm like, poor Dylan, brother, man. What did you get your eating habits, man? But that's the last time, God rest his soul. That's the last time me and Animal. That wasn't the last time we saw each other, but that was the last time we hung out together, man. That's a memory I'll never forget, man. He was my boy, man. He was a good dude, man.
Oh yeah.
But Dylan is a promoter now, I think. I think he's promoting shows and stuff now. I think so. But he get a lot of heat from a lot of the boys from what I hear. But be that as it may, I guess, you know what I'm saying? He's always been around the business. He's born into the business because his dad was a pro wrestler. And his dad now very, very cool. So, but anyway, Mr. Producer, you had a few things that was on your mind. You want to tell us what they are?
Speaking of literally born into the business, Nick Hogan, he recently
what's going on with Nick Hogan?
Yes, he recently stated, I have it here, that he will be open to any wrestling matches depending on the promoter that approaches him.
Wait a
What are
minute.
your
Wait a minute. Back up. Say that again.
If the right opportunity arises, and I quote, I will be open to doing a wrestling match.
Okay, let me ask you this. Can Nick Hogan even wrestle?
I've never seen him.
How is he open for a wrestling match and nobody even knows if he can wrestle or not?
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Because
Hit
what
me.
are your thoughts on people who are born into the business and they think that this comes naturally?
I don't know if I know if they was born into the business, then they would already know it doesn't come naturally. They would already know. Now, if you think a legacy, if they think a legacy, depending on who their parents were, is passed down to them, that's something different. But if thinking just because your father was a wrestler that you are going to be a great wrestler also, that is so far from the truth, even though we know so many different second generation wrestlers are out there. But you got to realize they had to put the wrench time in. Now, what Nick Hogan is talking about, I have no idea. And who wants to book Nick Hogan if nobody even knows if he can work or not, and nobody even knows if somebody wants to pay to see you or not?
Oh, yes.
Just because Hulk Hogan was your father does not mean the fans want to pay to see you.
That is true.
So I don't know what that is, and I don't know who's going to fall for. If you're just trying to do some independent organizations and think people want to come out and pay money to see him, hey, more power to him.
Oh, yes. Yes. And the thing is, with him too, I mean, you can't just decide in your mid-30s or late 30s that you want to start in this professional,
Well, that was going to be my next question to you, because I'm trying to figure out, aren't you a little late?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think the bus has passed you by, but
I think at this point he's trying to catch an Uber, Steve.
I think at this point he's trying to catch a pickup like Raj on rerun on What's Happening. You know, that's what I think. You know? But you know, like Sonic said, who does he think he is? DDP? I don't know who he think he is, man, but I'm interested to see how that played out. And once we get some more information on it, we'll bring it to you guys, man.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
My next topic that I wanted to bring up is WWE. The head of TKO, he just got a big raise. I want to say anywhere between $50 and $60 million.
Nick Khan?
Yeah, no, not Nick Khan. I want to say Shapiro.
Shapiro, okay.
Yes, and with that being said, it was released on Friday, which is the same day that they let go of many, many superstars. Let me list off.
Yeah, I heard about some of the superstars. Do you have any names?
Yes, Aleister Black, Selena Vega, Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Santos Escobar, the Motor City Machine Guns, Dexter Lumis, Apollo Crews, Rowan, Joe Gacy, and Kari Sane, amongst others, have been released. Now, Steve, with that being said, there is a trend going, and that trend is we want Kari Sane back in WWE. What are your thoughts on all this?
Well, this is the thing about professional wrestling nowadays, man. Especially the WWE. You ever notice when they cut people, they cut a lot of them at one time? Have you noticed that? And I don't know what they're moving toward, but this is a trend now in WWE, and those are all very, very good wrestlers. But hey, man, the way the game is today now, man, it's here today, gone tomorrow, and it's not a lot of other places to work. But more power to all of them, man. But it used to be, hey, when WWE let you go, you could go to WCW, most of them, but going to AEW now because AEW got more talent than they really need now. And I feel bad for Aleister Black because Aleister Black was making a name. I ain't gonna say I feel bad for him, but what I'm saying is he's kind of in a predicament because he left WWE, went to AEW, went back to WWE. Now, do you think AEW is going to take him back again? Maybe they will because that guy's a talent, but be it as it may, man.
And I'm glad that you said that because it's going around the rumor mill that the roster there at AEW does not want him involved.
Okay, well, it is what it is, man. But, it's the big indie circuit out there. You can still make a living on the indie circuit. I know that for a fact because I just did a signing with Shayna Baszler in Indianapolis a few weeks ago. And her and I was talking, and she was saying that she was doing very, very good on the indie circuit. So it's work out there, brother. Because of the big shows have opened up a lot for the smaller shows, but if you do enough of them, you can still make a decent living, especially when you got a name like those guys do. So, so it is what it is, man. That's the business, man. The business is not forgiving at all. But hey, man, they all got good shots and they stayed up there for a minute. So, hey, that's a blessing within itself. Now, hold on a second. Somebody was asking me about the NBA. Have I been watching the playoffs? Yes, I have, man. The NBA. What gets me about people talking about the NBA saying basketball is no good anymore? What am I missing?
I have no clue.
What am I missing, brother?
Literally, I would attest to that and say it's the best it's been
to me
a very long time.
Oh my goodness, man! Basketball to me, you got so many stars in the league now. You got so many stars in the league now. And back in the day, during the Jordan era and the Magic era and all these different eras, you only had a few stars in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Now you got stars all over the NBA. It's like the WWE now.
It is.
You got stars everywhere. So I'm like, the game has changed, but I love to see when these games go down to the end all the time. It's like pro wrestling, man. There's so many thrills involved, so much suspense involved, so many swerves. So I love it, man. So I don't really know what people are talking about when they're talking about the NBA, this is back in the day, blah, blah, blah. Well, you need to go get on a time machine and take your ass back in the past. Because I'm loving what I see. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it because it's not like teams might be better than other teams, but you don't see the big mismatches all the time anymore. It's like you're going to fight tooth and nail. We're going to fight tooth and nail to the end. And I love that. And I know the networks are loving it too, because the networks are getting filthy rich off of it because they're taking this product all over the world and people are appreciating it. They got the best commercials out there. Who can beat the NBA commercials with their product, man? Nobody.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Now, Matthew just said there's a lot more parity. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, Matthew. The parity is great. Whereas back in the day, you knew who the top guys was. It was like Hulk Hogan and everybody else, or Ric Flair and Sting, Lex Luger, and everybody else. That kind of stuff. Pro wrestling is not like that anymore.
No,
everybody is a star now. Mm-hmm. In basketball, every team got a superstar. Every team got a superstar. Or somebody maybe I'm not going to say every team, but at least 22 to 25 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Top guys. And some teams got 2 or 3. I love it. So anybody that says the NBA is I can't watch it, then go watch reruns of the Flintstones, whoever the hell you are. Because I love what I'm seeing. And it's so exciting
Hey
So
man, I love
excited.
the Flintstones.
Man, they still showing reruns.
Yeah.
They still showing reruns when Fred and Barney got caught up in the spy game and took them to an island, dropped them off, and they had to swim all the way back to Bedrock.
Oh man.
They had to swim all the way back to Bedrock, and all this happened in one night. And they had to explain to Wilma and Betty what happened, and they didn't believe them. They left to go get some ice cream. Speaking of ice cream with Dylan, they left to go get some ice cream and all kind of shit. That is my favorite. That is my favorite Flintstone episode.
Was it,
All this happened in one night.
Was it a banana split, Steve?
Oh, I guess they had dinner together, you know, as a family, one family with another. They're like, well, Fred, Bunny, why don't you guys go out and get some ice cream for dessert? So they went down to the store to get some ice cream. And they didn't get back for hours.
Oh
Because
man.
all kind of stuff had happened to them. They went to this abandoned island. The bad guys kept beating them up. All kind of stuff happened, man. They got off the island and they didn't have a way home, so they swam all the way back to Bedrock. Oh my God! Anybody? I don't know if anybody ever seen that episode, but it's so funny. But yeah,
Oh, it is.
that's what people. Hey, you don't like the NBA? I'm just saying. It's always reruns of the Flintstones.
Oh
You
yeah.
know. But
Don't forget
anything else on the dock? Anything else on the docket, Mr. Producer?
We covered Michael Jackson. We covered the NBA. We covered a plethora of things. I don't think so, Steve.
Okay, then. Well, Mr. Producer, we're going to get ready to get up out of here, man. And like I said to you, you stay diligent, man, and you will land on your feet. Don't give up. You got it?
I'll persevere, Steve. I'll persevere, but you
I
know
know
my
you- I-
identity, man. So if you don't know, if you don't hear from me, put the missing persons report out there, okay?
Don't worry. I got you, man. I got you. All right?
All right.
We're going to talk to you later, Mr. Producer. Peace. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here, man. And I appreciate you. Hey, Lester, appreciate you hanging on with your boy tonight, man. Bonnie, appreciate it. Matthew, appreciate it. Everybody out there that's hanging with your boy tonight, appreciate it. But until next week, and I might have a special guest next week. So you're not going to want to miss the show from next week. Yeah, I'm working on something. And y'all know whenever I say I'm working on something big, I always deliver. Remember that. I always deliver. Yes, always. Who that Jimmy say? No. Real close say, how's Jimmy? Jimmy's good, man. Jimmy's good. Jimmy works a lot, man. He works a lot at the time that the show comes on. But you know, Jimmy's doing well. We still stay in touch with each other. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, I appreciate everybody hanging on and riding along with the world's most dangerous podcast. And we'll see if Mr. Producer comes out of, the things that I have set up for him. And we'll see if he lands on his feet. So, with all that being said, everybody have a great night and a great weekend. We'll be coming back next week with another episode of Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the world's most dangerous podcast. I am your host, Stevie Ray. And if you do nothing else, you be one. Peace, and I am